All right, welcome back, family. It's your boy Jump Swirl. This is a requested video. This is just to show my rotations. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this video, but before I get into it, I want to show y'all what I'm running now. I do feel like this is gonna be better than what I was running before, just because Wonder Woman. Obviously, I've been waiting to get her, but I finally got her. The 12.5 precision and 25% might. That's basically just like Red Tornado, right? Also, my trinkets. It is situational based how I fight with my rotations, but it's the same rotations regardless. It's just based on the moves you're using within the rotation, right? So starting out with my trinkets, I do use a debuff protection serum now. If you go watch my prior videos, I wasn't using one, so it's not like it's needed, but it does help with trolls only, right? I also do have this now that I'm going to use against trolls to see if that works too. I haven't used them, but I'll probably drop a video on that later. But this is the key part, this trinket that increases your precision and it increases your flat numbers, right? So I want you to know you're always going to pop your trinket at the beginning for the simple fact that it boosts your flat numbers, right? So it's 77,000. It'll add 77,000 to this, and then once your pages kicks in, it'll boost the whole thing 35%, right? So if you do it after you activate pages and venom wrist, right, that both boost precision off weapon buff, you'll end up boosting your initial numbers at 314, and then you'll just apply 77,000 to it after, if you activate your trinket after. So you want to activate your trinket before, add it to the initial number, and then boost everything with your weapon buff, which will boost off a venom wrist, right, when you use it, and pages 35% when you use it, right? I also want to let y'all know that I am switching Demon Fang for transformation, for the simple fact that transformation also does come with a 3% precision increase, and it will get me to that 15 out of 15% max. Plus it'll boost Clarion, and it'll boost Stoke Flame, which is Fire's passive healing ability, and Absorb Heat, which is Fire's best healing ability, right? So let me go ahead and get into it. Enough of that. This is my loadout, right? And I want y'all to know that I do use my moves like this from triangle to square if I'm holding R2. If I'm holding L2, it's typically X, square, triangle, circle, in that order, just because it's comfortable on the controller, right? But y'all can create y'all loadout however, just make sure you use the moves in order, however it's comfortable for you, right? So before I actually show you, I want to break down what I do, and it's situational. So if I'm fighting a DPS, it'll look similar to this. The reason why Rage, first of all, is so good and why Rage is key to this precision tank is because Rage basically has built-in arts, right, in its abilities. Severe Punishment, if you read, healing back a portion of damage taken, that is basically Mystic Symbol, right? And then Remorseless Recovery, healing back a portion of damage dealt to enemies, that's basically part of Red Tornado, right? That's two tank arts built into its moves, along with Fire's innate 20% restoration and then Fire's best restoration abilities, right? And that's why I'm so unstoppable. I also want to mention that Eerie, this move is only for trolls. This helps with trolls, but you won't really need this with any other toon you're fighting. I only have these two moves, Rage and Outrage, for the simple fact that it will counter Rage Crash just in case your shields fail and you need to counter Rage Crash, right? Now, Rage Crash, people think it's so much to deal with. Maybe in PvE it is, but for PvP it's nothing when the only thing that activates Rage Crash is these two right here, right? These two right here activate Rage Crash. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to counter that. Wait, before I get into that too, I also want y'all to know the order. I'm pretty much going to go Trinket, then I'm going to go Shield, Weapon Buff, Remorseless Recovery, Severe Punishment. I'm going to pop all of those at the same time. So it'll look something like this. It'll be Trinket, Shield, boom. And then I will start fighting. Now at that point, you're going to hear Rage Crash activated, right? If you're fighting a strong DPS, they may knock your shields instantly, right? You're gonna always want to be ready for Rage Crash. When Rage Crash hits, right, or is about to hit, you're gonna instantly want to pop these two shields no matter what. Now, something you need to know is whenever you pop these two shields, you're always gonna want to instantly go back to Stoke Flames and Absorb Heat. Why do you do that? because for one, fire's emulation, it doesn't completely um, absorb damage. You feel me? It's only 35% on tank roll, right? Um, but whenever, just keep in mind that's key too. Whenever you pop these two, you're always gonna want to go your passive healing, which is stoke flames, and absorb heat. And normally by that time you're taking some type of damage, so it's gonna heal you and it's gonna drag you up until this is ready or reset again, so you can use it again. So I'll show you what it all looks like. If my trinket was reset, I would pop the trinket when the match is starting, and I would go boom, 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 right? And I would start fighting. This is against DPS. Now you hear Rage Crash about to kick in. As soon as Rage Crash is about to kick in, I would go shield, shield, swing, then go passive healing, absorb heat. By the time absorb heat is done kicking in, fight a little bit, and your shield and weapon buff is already ready, right? So you're fighting again, activate those two again. By the time you're swinging and fighting, this will be ready. If your shield isn't ready or you get knocked down, you can activate these two, right? But normally your shield will be ready. You can activate these two to cancel that Rage Crash. But make sure you go straight back into the Stoke Flame, and you're using your absorb heat, right? Up until that's ready again, and you're fighting, right? Activate those two again, continue fighting. Same thing, you're just rotating it just like that. Activate those, go right into those. And you can keep swinging in between because Clarion is healing you every time you swing. So as soon as that shield is ready and weapon buff, activate that again. Pop those two. Continue fighting. And keep in mind, it's not going to be that smooth. And keep in mind, you will be taking damage. You will need to be healing. So you'll be popping that. Whenever you can pop that, you'll be popping, keep popping absorb heat. Anytime absorb heat is ready, pop absorb heat. But make sure you keep your shields up. You got to keep your shields up. Just keep rotating your shields like that. Keep popping absorb heat. Understand you'll also be getting damaged by the player. You'll be facing pages, so you'll be inflicting self-damage too. You'll be getting knocked down. Your shield may not be there, so it's situational. You got to just know how to counter everything and be ready for Rage Crash. That's simple. Now with controller, it'll be a little different. I've sacrificed a few of my serums now trying to make this video, but you'll pop your debuff serum, pop your trinket, and then I would do it a little different. I would wait, just because trolls aren't as strong. I wouldn't pop these initially because you would just be wasting power. I would pop this, right? Fight with my precision, right? I would be swinging. Clarion will also be healing. And then by the time this runs out, my first shield breaks, I would go ahead and go into these, and then I would pop these two. Because by that time, you will be done taking some type of damage and you'll be healing. And then I would go straight into Stoke Flames, absorb heat. This would carry out until my redirected rage is ready and my bloodlust is ready again. Also with trolls, that's where Eerie comes into play. It's going to break you out of their control effects. And I normally pop this at the beginning, so against a troll it would look something like this. I'm not going to pop my serum, but actually I'll pop my serum for y'all. Let's say it's counting down, the match is about to start. It'd be like 3, 2, I would do that, pop this, and then I would pop that as a fact that they're going to want to hit you with some type of debuff. So that'll counter that debuff, or if they try to pin you down or something, that'll counter that. Now if they break your shield, or as soon as your shield isn't ready, you're going to pop these two, and then go straight into the Stoke Flame, same thing, absorb heat, and that'll carry you out to your shield and weapon buff that's reset again, and that's when you're going to want to rotate, redirect rate, and everything. Keep in mind, I do have all of my, I do want y'all to see something else because this is very important. I did kind of just complete this, but I recommend everybody doing this, and please don't judge my base because I've only been playing this game for about 4.5 months now. You need to see the generator mods. You can get your mods like this. Whoever's watching, if you're mimicking this build, you need all precision mods. I do have the latest 53.4. This is the only one I still need to update. You want to go to dominance because you're going to get the restoration from your other arts. Like most of your arts have restoration. You only have one dominance art, so you're going to want to do dominance from your tank gear and then dominance from your mods here, right? And it'll balance out. You're going to need power. Don't worry about health. Rage has an innate health boost at level 10, just like fire has the restoration, but we get fire and raise. So go all power. You're gonna need the power, and if you see what I mean, like even though I'm all dominance, my dominance is right there with my restoration. And if you read restoration, it's basically your shield is your dominance and restoration together, and your total healing is your dominance and restoration mix. So you're gonna want to have both of them kind of right around each other, and it balances out so perfect. And the precision, it's at 314, but with your weapon buff and everything, once I max all these arts, my precision will be well over 1 million. I have had it touch 900,000 before, but it's just if I activate everything in order, and then I take a little bit of damage. But it's hard to do that when you're doing it on test dummies that don't really attack back. So yeah, but that's gonna be it for this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, and we out.